YouTube, what's good? How you guys doing? I hope you all well. I've dropped another video, or this video that I'm dropping right now that you're going to be watching. It's just a market breakdown video on what I was looking at today and how I executed the day today. And I took 3 trades in total on GU, EU, and gold as well. And those are the only 3 things that I trade. And this video, so I'm pretty much just gonna break down of what I was looking at, if the trade made sense to me, and why I took them, like why the trades made sense to me and why I took them as well. And then on that's just the video. So let me get straight into that because I don't want to film for long today. It's a Friday, man. Like, I'm just trying to relax, do some other stuff, and I'm hungry as well. I got some other stuff to do, so let me get straight into the video, man. All right. Getting straight into the videos. So let me get to the breakdown and show you guys how I really be looking at the markets every day. So on EU, I was looking at the fact that it's bearish. I still have my bearish bias with it. I cannot just change it immediately because it takes days to make each one of these candles. So on EU, this candle was actually looking, I think, a bit bearish. So I didn't want to base my analysis off of this candle. So obviously, I have to switch up, and then I drop down to a lower time frame. On my 4H, where I'm looking at what I have for the expectation that I have for it, and what I'm trying to anticipate happening. And realizing yesterday I was giving price a chance to actually start coming down and breaking below this low right here, but price wasn't planning to do that. It was actually starting to respect this demand right here. That's what I realized. Demand was starting to come in, adding on with the liquidity sweep that we got here. It made so much sense. So just off of the 4H, I was looking to see maybe price will go down, but I could see price pull back to a more refined supply somewhere up here before actually pushing lower. And this is where I found this zone on the 1 hour time frame right here. But I wasn't too confident on these sales because of what price was giving me at the moment. Because on the 1H as well, just looking at the 1H 1 hour time frame, this is what I have. Right? I have demand building up. We can argue that there's liquidity being built up right here, and price may be seeking to take out the liquidity, right? But it doesn't mean price is going to take out the liquidity right as soon as it starts developing it. So obviously, I was looking to take buys just off of the 4H time frame. Then I dropped down to my M15, and my M15 is still bearish. The internal structure from yesterday, when we mitigated the big supply up here, the HTF supply, high time frame supply, price came in and switched bearish. The internal structure, so which is great, which is what I was adding up to the bearish bias. But let me remove this real quick. Which is what I was adding onto the bearish bias, but that wasn't certain because price can switch up, man. Price can always look good for the trade that you're trying to take. So if you're thinking sells in your head, you in your emotions, price will look good for a sell, and then you end up losing when it's not a sell. Okay, so let me get to the trade. And I've already marked out the liquidity on my M15, and the zone that I was looking at, that price mitigated and respected like really well. So from there, I was obviously looking to see price push a bit higher into supply before I could look for sales. And just to push price to the upside, I was looking to take buys just to push price to there. But this supply didn't look like a high probability zone for me. So I was actually looking to target behind this zone, which is where I actually ended up targeting, and then let price mitigate this one and then see what it's giving me. So yeah, my day starts about there. I start taking trades at 9:30 because I like to let the markets do what the markets are gonna do. But just before the markets opened, I had already seen a buy opportunity. And before all that, I obviously have to plan my trades out. And that would have been phase D for me, playing the internal pullback. And I had already stated on my plan that I'm waiting for a high probability setup, which is what I was getting right there. And looking for the sell side, to the flip side, looking at sells, that would be pro run targeting the wick swing, which is something that price is not really trying to do right now. Like what it's speaking to me, what the markets are whispering to me, right? So these sells, I was really waiting for confirmation and price to sweep liquidity, right? Which would be liquidity right here and further, like right here and further up here. So before I could take trades, I let price run obviously to 9:30, and this buy setup that I had here had already worked out. So then I was like, okay, the next thing for me to do is to get another buy setup because price hasn't reached the point where I would start looking, where I would change my bias a bit. So I dropped down to my M5 time frame, and I had seen that I had a zone right here that I could use to target to the upside. But I wasn't quite straight on price actually coming down and mitigating this zone. So I put my entry where price would sweep liquidity and then further maybe, mitigate the zone if it has enough momentum. And then I dropped to my M3 time frame, my 3 minute time frame. I marked this as liquidity right here. Hey, hold on, buddy. What are you doing? I had marked this as a liquidity point where price would most definitely come back to before pushing to the upside. And I set my order right there and put my stop loss just behind this, just where the zone ends, because it makes sense for me to do that because this zone is where I would originally take my trade, but like due to a strategy switch up, I've decided to start taking my trades also from where liquidity gets swept. So from there, I was waiting for price to just take me, and I was targeting right where the high was, right there for about 2.5 R. And then I got tagged, and it looked like price was about to take me out in this trade. I was actually panicking right here. This is where you need to be strong with your psychology because in my trade plan, I don't do, when price starts pushing down to my stop loss, I don't take out the trades and say, it's pretty much a loss, let me take it out. I don't do that. That's not part of my rules. So I stayed calm. Well, try to stay calm, bro. Like, trust me, this game will make you tweak. Like, trading is the business where you tweak, like, like, tweak it, tweak. But yeah. So looking at what I had right here, price pushed a bit up, and I was like, okay, we got a bit of bullish momentum. But in case price actually starts selling, I want to see price break below here. Let me mark it. Let me put a better marking on that. And that would be confirmation for me to actually take this trade to the downside. And I was looking for price to just break below here, and then I would actually take a sell, but price didn't do that. Took a while for this trade to go up, and then it started pushing up. I had my TP set up there, but I was also a bit skeptical about this supply right here. So I dropped down to my M5 time frame, and then I was just monitoring this trade, monitoring what's happening, and then price gave choke to the upside. That's when I was really confident about it. But I was trying to go for a run, so price pushed a bit low, and then when it started pushing up, I ended up taking my trade out at about right here. I think, yeah, right, for about 2 R. I took out my trade for 2 risk to reward, and that was the EU trade. That was the EU trade for the day. Followed my plan, executed my plan pretty well. So I did pretty well, but I should have I should have let my TP be where it was supposed to be the whole time, because price actually ended up hitting my TP and even further. And then going on to gold. Okay, let me just obviously do a bar replay so I can explain it better. Okay, with my with gold, I don't really have much structure for the daily, but I was looking to see this high get swept, and I think I did say this yesterday. If you rewatch the video, I was expecting price. I had that liquidity line set up at the top, expecting price to actually break this if it was to, just for a bit of short-term bullish bias, right? And looking at my 4H, where I start getting strong with my analysis for gold, I had my expectation already that I've had throughout the entire week. And I realized from yesterday, price, now that was Wednesday, when price wicked down here, sweeping liquidity on the left side, it really started pushing up with really good momentum. And when price was inside the zone, it didn't look convincing enough for me to look for sales. So I was obviously looking for buys the whole time. And I had marked this point. Wait, hold on, let me. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I can really control the candles. I had marked this point to be the point where I'll get 4H chalk to the upside. So that would be bullish. So I would expect a bit more bullishness out of price. And price and dropping down to my M15. Yeah, I got the liquidity sweep. My internal structure had switched bullish, and it was bullish the whole time. It didn't switch bearish. It actually tried to switch bearish right here, but price only came and wicked below, which further proved my bullish bias, right? Because now I'm looking at this high as a weak high. So this is my target. This is my primal target, and further targeting up to the upside. And this is the high that I was looking to see get taken out from the daily perspective. So I marked out everything that I wanted to see on gold on the side for on a clearer note that I can understand myself, and even rookies can understand this in trading, right? So I was looking for a phase C trade buy, but I was also ready to anticipate a sell if the opportunity came. So from here, that would be where price is right there. Basically, this whole move to the upside that I was trying to anticipate. I had said phase C right there. I'm looking to push price higher as a bit of as the bullish bias states. So pushing price higher to supply. Trading against supply, well, I shortened it a bit, so let me explain what I meant. Trading against supply, wait for HP setups. What I meant here was I'm trading against supply, this huge gray zone right here. So let me be careful while I'm doing it because I'm basically trading against people that are selling and I'm trying to buy to the top. So I have to be waiting for a high probability setup. So in doing that, I'd already had my bias for the bullish buy. So for the bullish trade. So now this I actually had it marked out as chalk to the downside, but I wasn't looking to take any trade here. So I ended up marking it as a liquidity sweep that could allow me to actually start entering my trade better. Because if I was to enter my trade right here, there's no liquidity that's being swept that can be induced into the order getting filled in properly and price pushing up higher. So I was just waiting patiently for gold to give me something that I could resonate with. And then gold went and swept up higher, just this high here. And then it pushed lower and swept this lower down here. Right after sweeping this, I was already looking to start taking these buys because this was perfect for me. It was just what I was looking for. And when price was at around here, that's when I started anticipating this buy order. And I dropped down to my 1 hour, 1 minute time frame. I didn't want to take the trade too high, so I put this as liquidity that could be swept for this trade to actually head through. Okay, M15, great stuff. And then I hopped onto my M15 and I was looking for my trade to get filled in right there. And on my M5, that order, yeah, I set my order right here and covered the low because the zone that I would originally take this trade from is right here. So if I'm going to take this trade earlier than expected, then I should at least cover the important points, right? And this is how the trade looked for me. This was the first bit of target, second bit of target, but I was looking to target all the way up here. Hey, hold on, bro. What the heck? How is this trade huge now when I'm trying to explain it? Did I actually take it there? My bad. I may have not. Yeah, I did take the trade here. So how was the trade looking? Hey, I don't know what's happening right now, but I did take the. No, maybe I think I took the trade somewhere up here then, because this trade was about 2.5R. Yeah, but this is how the trade was looking. I was looking to target all the way up here, and that was about 3R, but I ended up taking out my trade way earlier. Had a bit of drawdown, but not too bad. And when price was at around here, since I was skeptical of the supply, I ended up taking my trade out at around here. Oh yeah, now it makes sense because it was a 2.7, 2.2, sorry. Now it makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah. I ended up taking my trade out here, but it ended up hitting my actual primal TP, my first TP that I had set. And then that was the gold trade. Okay, and then for GBP USD, this is what I was looking at. Okay, price is actually, or the sell, I think the sell is actually happening right now. So I could have taken this if I still had more trades in my plan, but now I don't. Okay, push price back to here. Okay, where my day starts in the markets. Okay, let me just leave these markings, man. Okay, so for GU, looking at the daily, I still have the same expectations, right? I'm still looking at it as bearish, but I don't just base my trades off of the daily. Then I hopped onto the 4H time frame, and I saw price had given me choke to the downside, which is great because now it's confirming the bearish bias. But looking at price, I wasn't looking to just start taking the sells right here because when I hopped onto my 1 hour time frame, um, I had this unmitigated zone right here, and I wasn't expecting it to hold. I was looking to see price sweep the liquidity up here and then maybe start pushing lower. Yeah. And then I hopped onto my M15 time frame. Okay, it's clearly marked on the M15, and this was the zone that I was looking to target and further target up higher, right? So when I woke up, I saw price. Damn, bro, why do I say it when I woke up all the time? Okay, so when I looked at price, the structure was actually bullish because the internal structure yesterday when I left it, it was bearish, but when I woke up, it had switched bullish. So then I was waiting for price to give me a buy setup, and then I planned out my trades on the side. I always plan out my trades. The phase C buy would have been me playing a deeper pullback, right? Pushing price into supply, which price is already in supply right now, but pushing price to a much more refined supply, like the zones that, like this zone up here and further this zone. And then I stated that price had respected demand very well, and that's not a very good descriptive um saying right here But for me, it makes sense, which is literally what it needs to do. Price had respected this demand. It didn't break below. It mitigated it, came in for a second touch, and pushed up high. So it was a pretty good demand. And then on the sell side, I had already planned out the kind of sales that I would take if price had given me the opportunity. And that would be me playing an internal pullback. So I wouldn't anticipate the structure switching bearish, but like I would play it as a pullback. And if price offers a HP setup, I may sell. And this is what I'd already stated before, way before. So then now in waiting for a buy, I was just pretty, patient. I was patiently waiting for price to give me something that I can work with. I wasn't looking to take the trade up here because no liquidity swept. We don't have the pullback yet and the continuation that I can join in on. This supply wasn't looking to see it hold. There's too much liquidity behind it. This supply is the one that I could expect to actually hold. So then I let price play out. And then I saw I saw price was pushing up. I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. And then price went and mitigated this zone. But in mitigating that zone, I was still looking to take buys because I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm actually expecting price to go and take out this high, but this supply can hold. But I was still strong on buys because of the structure that I had. So I was looking to just follow the structure blindly, even if I got taken out, which would have been fine. Losses are also taken in the markets. Okay, just praying price a bit forward. Price started pulling back, and then it gave choke to the downside. And in my brain, I was like, this could be the sell setup that I'm actually looking for right now. Because I've choked to the downside, I have the confirmation. But then I was also like, I'm currently looking for buys, and price will definitely trick you into try and take a sell. So let me be patient and actually take a buy instead. Let me wait for confirmation and play this trade to the long to the play the long to the upside. And then price pushed a bit lower and it looked more convincing to take a sell. But then this candle was only a wick and price started pushing up higher. And I was only waiting for price to break above this small little high. Let me show you on the M5 time frame. It makes so much more sense. And then for price to just do this, and I'll take a trade targeting somewhere up here. And then price broke above right there. And for me, that was all that I wanted. I set the trade right here. As soon as price broke, I took the trade manually. So this is why I set it. And for my stop loss, behind the zone that I would expect price to push back to, which is this M5 demand. And from there, it was just a matter of waiting for price for the trade to play out. And my initial TP was up here. So then I let the trade run. And when I came back from my run, because I went for a run at around 12, 12, and I saw price was starting to come down to the zone. I didn't want to hold the trade anymore because I had already had two trades that hit my TP. So I wasn't looking to hold this trade anymore. So this was a break-even trade. Yeah. So I just had to pause and continue recording the video, and I wanted to show you guys um how I plan to actually start earning money from trading. So I bought a one-of-one funded account from TJR Trades. I watched some of his videos. He also inspired me to do these trade recap videos and do a day in the life type of videos. And this is my funded account that I have. It's a 6K funded account. Right here it states. I've had this account for about I've been trading it for about 14 days. and this is what it's looking like right now. The total amount of profit is 420, let's say $418. And the target that I need to reach, the amount, it's a demo account, by the way. So I'm not actually, this is not real money that I'm earning, but the whole point is for me to actually get this trade so I can earn money. And I've made, just in the 14 days that I've traded, I've made $418. And this is today's earnings. Today I got about 150. And then yesterday, this is what I had. And this is my current win rate just from the account recording. So the profit target that I need to reach for this account is $480 for phase one. And then I move on to phase two. Then I have to do the same thing and earn $480 again. So yeah, so for this, for phase one, I need like one winning trade. And then I'll move on to phase two. So I'm quite excited for that. This is something worth celebrating. But I would like to stay neutral because trading is an emotional game. And if next week I don't get good enough opportunities and I'm quite down, that can actually affect me really bad. It can actually affect me emotionally. Like, trust me, I know, man. I've suffered enough in trading. And yeah. So yeah, that's it for today's video. That's it for the week for me. It's Friday the 28th or 29th, something like that. I'll be looking in to see what next week holds for me. Obviously, I'll show you guys what's going on. I'll try film like every day. I'll probably start doing mostly trade recaps. Yeah, I think that sounds way better. So yeah, please do like the video and subscribe as well, and comment anything or thoughts that you might have, like about my videos, any ways that you think I could improve my videos and all that. So yeah, enjoy your weekends, guys. Like, enjoy your weekend. I'll try to enjoy mine as far as possible, man. Yeah, I need some funds to go out partying and all that, mate. But yeah, what else would I like to say? Yeah, so stay with me on my journey to get the funded account. Hopefully by next week I would have passed it, but I don't want to have those expectations, because if I don't meet them, then I'll be really disappointed and I'll be emotional about it. How trading goes. So yeah, hope you guys have a good weekend.